At a public community swimming pool, the facility manager, McGrady, walks around posting notices announcing that the pool will be closing early for the long holiday weekend. Among the few remaining visitors is Bree, a young woman enjoying a relaxing afternoon swim. She briefly steps out of the water to check her blood sugar levels. While on the deck, she struggles with her expensive diamond engagement ring. Because she is secretly in the early stages of pregnancy, her fingers have swollen, and the ring is uncomfortably tight. Elsewhere in the building, a janitor named Clara is caught red-handed stealing cash from wallets and bags left in the lost and found area. McGrady catches her in the act. Disappointed and betrayed, especially since he had previously written a glowing support letter to her parole officer to help her get the job, McGrady fires her on the spot. However, to avoid leaving the facility shorthanded, he coldly orders her to finish the remainder of her shift before packing her things for good. Outside in the parking lot, Bree's sister, Jana, sits alone in her car, visibly anxious and debating whether she should even go inside. Eventually, she gathers the courage and joins Bree at the pool. Jana has only recently completed a stint in rehab for addiction, meaning the sisters have spent very little time together lately. This reunion is deeply meaningful, but it is also fraught with underlying tension. Initially, Jana feels overwhelmed and irritated by her own swirling personal problems and the loud, echoing noises of children playing around the pool. Sensing her sister's anxiety, Bree gently convinces her to submerge herself in the water, relax, and just try to enjoy the day together. The sisters spend the rest of the afternoon swimming and catching up, until McGrady's voice cuts through the air announcing that the pool is officially closing. Jana, frustrated that their time is being cut short, argues with him, demanding that the facility should remain open longer. McGrady refuses to argue, flatly explains the early holiday closure, and sarcastically tells her to read the signs posted everywhere. As they are packing up their belongings on the pool's edge, Bree realizes her diamond engagement ring is missing from her finger. Looking down through the crystal-clear water, Jana spots the ring trapped deep inside a metal drain grate at the very bottom of the 12-foot pool. Desperate to retrieve the precious heirloom before the facility locks up, both sisters dive back into the deep end. While they are underwater struggling to pry the ring free, disaster strikes. Jana's long hair becomes violently tangled in the suction holes of the metal drain grate. Terribly focused on freeing her from drowning, the sisters are completely deaf to the world above. They fail to hear the low hum of the heavy, motorized fiberglass pool cover slowly sliding into place across the surface. McGrady, assuming everyone has left, flips the automated switch and walks out. By the time Jana manages to free her hair and both sisters surface for air, the thick, solid cover has completely sealed the pool, trapping them in a dark, watery tomb. The sisters scream at the top of their lungs and pound frantically against the fiberglass cover, but McGrady is already gone, and the building is locked. Panic spreads like wildfire through the water as they swim the perimeter, searching for any pocket of escape. Terrified, Jana becomes convinced that McGrady saw them and intentionally abandoned them as revenge for their earlier argument. Bree, trying to remain the logical one, attempts to keep her sister calm. They position themselves under the center of the cover and try to lift it together using the buoyancy of the water, only to discover that the industrial fiberglass structure is far too heavy and strong to move. Searching the outer edges for a physical weakness leads to a dead end. However, they eventually discover a small condensation opening and a removable plastic cover built into the pool wall. By using pure force to break the plastic piece, Bree manages to create a crude, sharp cutting tool. She immediately begins frantically sawing through the edge of the opening, hoping against hope to slice a hole large enough to create an escape route. As the physical exhaustion sets in, deep-seated emotional tension builds between the sisters. Jana begins venting her resentment, bitter that Bree seamlessly moved on with her life, got engaged, and found success while Jana was trapped in the hell of addiction and rehab. In response, Bree snaps, accusing Jana of secretly throwing the ring down the drain on purpose out of pure jealousy. Their argument grows incredibly heated. Determined to put an end to the fight and solve the root problem, Bree dives back down to the bottom, channels all her strength, and finally manages to extract the diamond ring from the grate. Meanwhile, Jana continues violently cutting away at the wall opening, accidentally slicing her hand wide open on the sharp plastic shard. Bree surfaces with the ring and suggests a new plan. They need to dive down, unscrew the heavy metal drain grate entirely, and use it as a massive battering ram to smash through the fiberglass cover from below. Jana, nursing her bleeding hand and completely drained of energy, refuses to help. Their escalating argument is suddenly interrupted by the muffled sound of Bree's cell phone ringing on the pool deck above. It goes to voicemail, and they hear her fiancé, David, leaving a message stating that he is going to be late tonight due to an unexpected business dinner. Realizing that absolutely nobody will notice their absence until the next day at the earliest, the reality of their situation becomes horrifying. As the grueling hours pass, absolute darkness falls over the facility, and the automated building lights completely shut off. Shivering in the cooling water, Jana passes the time complaining about David, questioning if he is truly right for her sister. Pressed to the wall, Bree finally reveals the terrifying secret she has been hiding. She is a diabetic, and without her scheduled insulin medication, she risks falling into a fatal diabetic coma within hours. Meanwhile, Clara sneaks back in to rob the lost and found. As the sisters tread water, Jana asks about the burn scars on Bree's arm. Bree explains that their alcoholic father accidentally started a house fire with a cigarette, and she burned herself trying, but failing, to drag his unconscious body to safety. Their conversation is cut short when Clara hears Bree's phone ringing on the deck. Discovering the trapped sisters, Clara disables the security cameras and uses the pool's intercom to extort them, demanding Bree's bank PIN in exchange for their freedom. When they initially refuse, Clara shuts off the lights and heater. Freezing and desperate, Bree gives up the PIN, but Clara leaves them trapped anyway. As the temperature drops, Jana tries to dive down and rip the drain grate off the floor but panics in the dark. Meanwhile, Bree begins slipping into a diabetic coma. Clara soon returns, furious that Bree's account is nearly empty, and threatens to leave them to die. Seizing a moment of distraction, Jana tricks Clara into leaning close to the pool wall's condensation opening and stabs her with a sharp plastic shard. Enraged, Clara retaliates by activating the high-powered pool cleaning system. The violent underwater jets drag the sisters under, and an oxygen-deprived Bree sinks to the bottom. Panicking as Bree drowns, Clara shuts off the system. She then demands Bree's diamond ring for their release. Bree hands it over, but Clara lies again, leaving them in darkness. As the hours tick away, Bree hallucinates a rescue, while Jana briefly considers self-harm before Bree talks her down. Soon, Clara returns yet again, armed with a pool skimmer pole and a hammer to finish them off before the police are involved. Instead of fighting, the sisters appeal to Clara's humanity, insisting she isn't a monster. Overcome with guilt, Clara tries to open the cover, but the mechanism fails due to the power overrides. Panic-stricken, she abandons them, leaving Bree's bag and the ring on the deck. With Bree on the verge of death, she makes a final confession. Their father was actually awake during the fire, but Bree purposefully held him down to end his horrific abuse and protect Jana. Inspired by her sister's ultimate sacrifice, Jana finds the strength to dive down, wrap swimming trunks around her hands for leverage, and wrench the heavy metal grate free. After reviving an unconscious Bree with rescue breaths, Jana uses the grate as a battering ram to shatter the fiberglass cover. Despite cutting her hands on the shards, she drags Bree onto the deck and injects her with her emergency insulin, saving her life. Just as they reach safety, Clara corners them one last time, now brandishing a gun from her car. Jana steps in front of Bree and delivers a powerful speech about family and survival. Deflated, Clara lowers the weapon, returns the ring, and flees just before paramedics and police arrive. As Bree is wheeled away, Jana tearfully shows her the recovered ring, declaring that they have finally defeated the monster haunting their lives. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.